Hi guys, welcome to the TechBible. Today I'm going to be showing you how to change the charge port ribbon on an iPhone 5C. I've got the new ribbon there. I've got some tools as well. I've got a Pentalobe Screwdriver for the bottom screws and a Phillips driver for the rest of the screws that are inside. A pair of tweezers to get those small screws out, a little pick and a iPhone 5 opener to get the screen out. So we'll get started. So first off, you need to get the screen off this. So you've got two screws on the bottom, which we'll take out. It's good to do this like on a mat, so you can see the screws and everything. So we'll take that out. This is a godsend. I'll put a link in the description on where to get one from. And what it does is it pops the screen out, dead easy. Because I know you get those little stupid sucker things with the tools that you get free with them, they're just rubbish. So once you're into the phone, what you need to do is there's 4 screws up at the top, Phillips screws, that you need to take out. Don't bend the screen too far because the cables connecting the phone to the screen are a bit fragile, so don't snap them, otherwise you'll have to replace the screen. So top left, bottom left, bottom right. Now the top right one isn't magnetic, so what will happen is it probably won't stick to your screwdriver. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. If not, grab some tweezers, grab the plate, and just pull it off. So there's the plate right there. So now you'll be able to get your finger in and just pop off the flex cables to the screen. So that's off. So now you're left with the chassis with the battery and everything. And the bit that we need to take out is the speaker. You need to disconnect the battery as well. So there's 2 Phillips screws for that. We'll take them out. It's like a little plate that covers the connector. There it is. And then with the battery, just pop the cable off. I've seen people on YouTube where they actually take the battery out, but with the 5C, it's stuck down with a load of glue and they're a nightmare to get out. So it's best to leave it in just to take this off. You've got your antenna cable there. Just pop that off. That comes loose. That's part of the new flex anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you damage that. You've got the flex cable here that connects to your motherboard. Just pop that off, and it is stuck down. So just peel that up slightly, so it comes away from the board. Now what you need to do is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws to take off on this. So I always start at the top, as it is in the video, and just take them out one by one. It doesn't really matter which way you take them out, as long as they come out, obviously. Pull that out. Screw 1. Now these are different sizes, so the order that you take them out, place them on the mat in the order that you took them out, so it's easier to put them back. Otherwise you'll be forever finding out which one goes where. Stuck to my finger. And that one. Make sure you don't flip the screws because they're a nightmare to find if they hit the deck. Right, first bit that's going to come out is the speaker. And what's connected to it here are 2 prongs, and these what connect to your home button. Now this is the fault with this one. I can see that this one's been soldered by some retard, and that's why it's not working properly. So that just peels off and pushes forward. So now the actual speaker should just fall out like so. And then you're left with the actual flex, ribbon flex there. And with this, all I do is I just lift it from there, and you'll hear it just pop Just be gentle with it, and it should all just peel out without any problem, like that. And there's your old flex. Now there is one thing that you do need to keep off this, and if you see, I'll try and zoom in on the video. This little rubber here, this is what's covering the microphone off the flex. Now you need to get that back, because the new one doesn't come with it. You can be quite rough with this, because obviously this cable's going in the bin. So you're left with that rubber there. So I'll bin that. Here's a new one. Get this out. Okay. Right. As you can see with this one, it's got all these little blue tabs on it. That's where the glue is. So really what you need to do is pull those tabs off and make it look like that one. So with all the creases in and the bits where it sticks down. And also that gold bit there, that's your microphone part. So that basically, that needs to go on there before it goes back into the phone, otherwise it won't sit right in the phone and you'll get lousy microphone pickup. So what we'll do is we'll sort this out, take some of these tabs off. So just fold that there. Make sure you don't pinch it though, because you can break the contacts on the flex. You don't want to be doing that, otherwise you're going to have to order a new flex, which is not the best. So what you need to do is when you put this on, there's a hole on one side. Just make sure that hole's facing down to the flex. Just slide that in that hole, if we can get it in, like so. So that's now on there. Just fold it slightly back on itself so it's in line with the charge port and the headphone socket. So to put this back in, I'm just going to take all these sticky bits off so it falls in. I won't take that one off yet. So everything's on there by the looks of it. I won't take that one off yet. So what I do to put these back in first off is where the gold connectors are, as you can see on this one, just bend it upwards slightly, but don't like fold it like a crease with a piece of paper, otherwise you will damage it. And then back that way, so you've got like a little S. So when you put it back in, it sits over this. So what we'll do, just put on. Don't know if you can see on the video, but when you take yours apart, there's like a little pipe hanging out here, which goes into the hole of the microphone. So what you need to do is, when you get the headphone socket in, we'll start at this end. Like that. These are fiddly. Catching on the edge of the battery. So when you push it down, put the microphone tube in. I just use a screwdriver just to push it on the back, like so. So you can see that now. Push that into the bottom of that. As you can do, if you just push on it, it's going to go dead easy to do. And just push that down, so that's all stuck. So now that should be in. There you go. Just make sure that's seated properly, and then all your holes line up, like so. And then pop your speaker back in. Now there's a bit of blue sticky tape on this, so I'll pull that off, because that sticks to the top of here. that's where your home button sits. So let's push that in. Oh, when you do put the, I've just done that wrong. Typical. If you look, make sure this antenna here is out of the way. Otherwise you're going to crimp that and knacker it. And also on the speaker, there's a little tab there that needs to go under the motherboard. Otherwise this won't sit properly. Push that in. Okay, once you've got the speaker in, like that, you can start connecting the cables up. So I've still got a little bit of plastic sticky left on this, so I'm going to tear that off. So when you get sticky on something like this, the best thing to do is push the connector in first, like that. You let it click, and then put the sticky stuff down. Because if you put the sticky stuff down and then it's not in line, you're going to be like fiddling and you might damage it. And you don't want to do that after you've done all this. So for some reason mine's got a bit of glue on the end of this antenna, for some reason, just pull that off. And you've got to make sure this connects properly, otherwise you won't be getting any signal. Sometimes they're a little bit awkward to put on. I'm going to plug the battery in first. Don't worry about shorting out, never happened to me. So you let it click like that. You didn't hear it, I heard it. So you got everything back in, like so. Just check everything's alright and in place, which it is. Happy days. Put your battery plate back in, and the two screws that go with it. Dropped it again, typical. Thank God for magnetic screwdrivers, otherwise this would be really difficult. So I'll put that in. Gently. Put that one in there. Okay, to get the screen back on, what you gotta do is there's three connectors that need to be connected. So first one is the one going lengthways like that. So that clips in like that, and well, you can see they're layered anyway, so just use your common sense. If you can't work that out, you shouldn't be changing stuff like this. So it's in like that. Remember not to push the screen back, otherwise it will break the contacts. You'll have to replace the screen. Put the plate back in. Now what I do is I put my thumb on it like that and hold it so you can get to the screws, and these do have to go in the same way that they came out because the screws are different. And like that. Look at that. I've let go. Oh well. Let's make sure the plate's lined up. Now I got these screwdrivers off eBay. They were £3 and they are 10 times, if not 1,000 times better than the little plastic crappy ones you get as the free tools. These have lasted ages. I've had these for about 2 years and replaced tons and tons and tons of parts, and they've never failed me. So if you do get into this more often, I do suggest investing in a nice set of screwdrivers. It'll just make it a hell of a lot easier, and you'll be able to do this a hell of a lot quicker. Okey-doke. So when you're putting the screen back on, put the top end in first where the camera is, and when that's located, just push it down and go down the screen. Don't try to push it at the bottom first, or it won't work and you might crack the screen. There's a possibility. So we'll just test this, just make sure it comes on. Yeah, it does. And while that's coming on, I'll just put these bottom screws back in and we'll test to see if the home button works. So working. So, looks like she's dropped it there. Oh well. Shame we didn't crack the screen, I've had to replace that. Right, okay. There we are. Just see if the home button works now. Yep, comes on. I'm going to press it. Happy days. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment. If you want me to do any other videos on any other things, just comment below and I'll see what I can do. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later.